How are you?
Oh, that's debatable. You ready? Let's debate.
See, I don't have a budget. What time you slated for?
I'm supposed to be at 2:30, but they told me to come on.
Okay.
They're making copies for y'all. Maybe it won't be too tough.
I can solve your problems real quick. I got one question. Same thing I ask everybody. How much has your department budget increased over last year?
Nothing.
That's what I need to know.
I'm talking about my county council saying nothing.
What I'm saying though, if your budget was 85,000, is it 85,000 this year? You got me?
Well, I took out the payroll because Dr. Wright said they've got that handled, you know, upstairs. So that's not listed.
So if you
in my
took
budget.
payroll out, it should have actually decreased, correct?
Why is that?
If you don't have pay, you're not making your own payroll is what you're saying? I'm asking, I'm not being hypocritical, I'm just,
Yeah.
I've asked, and Councilman Miller will tell you the same thing I've asked the first two, you know. And the reason I asked this question, it's not a loaded question. You remember last year, we were trying to decrease each department by a certain percentage, and you were one of the ones that complied, if I remember correctly.
I tried my best.
14%, you did. You did a good job in decreasing your budget, I remember that. And so, I'm asking every department this question, not just you. Are we still in that range, or we have a tendency to gradually ease back up? And I understand each year you got to increase a little bit, I get
Yeah,
that.
it went up a hair.
Okay, but not,
Not drastically.
Right.
Not a drastic amount.
when we asked one department, their budget is completely doubled. That's why I'm asking. You got me?
So-
And I'm being fair, and Councilman Miller will tell you, I'm asking every single department the same question.
I apologize, I don't have last year's to compare in front of me. But I did add money for
And
chairs.
let me tell you my philosophy. You can spend your money however you choose to spend it. You understand what I'm saying? You can buy less pencils and buy more cell phones.
Right.
However you choose
I
to
don't
do
have
it,
cell phones,
but the
but I-
bottom number is what
Yeah.
I'm concerned, the end of the day number. Huh?
We're live.
Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, I'm adding
Yeah.
nothing. I mean,
And I understand we spend it.
Right.
If we don't need this as much, we're gonna borrow from that to get something else
Okay.
we may need.
fine.
But I did add enough money for chairs in my office because they are awful.
Okay.
The arms are splitting and.
And I'm sure it's a very needable expense, but
Yeah,
excuse me
so-
1 minute, I'll be right back.
Okay.
One phone call. Okay.
Hey, Mr. Miller, how are you?
How are you?
I'm very well, and yourself?
Good, good.
Good.
Nice seeing you today, and thank you
You
for
too.
adjusting your schedule to come up and meet with the council. What a
Yeah.
little of us here today. The rest of them are on the way.
Yes, sir. I'm finalizing some reimbursements for the county.
Very good, and thank you for for all you do for the county also.
Thank you. I hate that QS1, you know, they've got to get their money for the contracts that we have with them. That's my big bulk, y'all, is QS1's,
Really?
you know, what they charge.
All right, Madam Alderman.
Do y'all have copies yet?
I just went and got them.
Okay.
Okay, you can go ahead. Thank you.
How do I start? What, just,
Go ahead and start.
do I just tell you my line item and how much, or the final amount? Okay, for office supplies, 4,000. That's including the chairs that I was telling you about. If you go to printing supplies, 550. Let me get my sheets as well. And that is for, we have to order forms for when someone comes into the office and want a reimbursement from their vehicle because they've sold it. We have to purchase forms for those to fill out, and that's the bulk of that amount of money. My envelopes, window envelopes and non-window envelopes, all that's included in the 550. 300 is other operating, which would be buying cards, sympathy cards, for when other SCAT members, their family may pass, and replacement of decorations if we need them for Christmas, and all occasion cards for other elected officials or appointed officials that have birthdays or whatever the case may be. Employee bonds, 50, that's mandated, $50. QS1 is for the software, the 28,000. I have a copy of the sheet, should be in your packet. And let's see. Where am I at now? Copier contract, I have no control over that. That's something that upstairs handles. And that's what it's been for several years, so I don't know if that's changed or not changed, so I'm just putting that same figure in there for that copier contract. Real and personal vehicle services, QS1, that's their contract amount, that can't be adjusted. The travel and training, I'm hoping that'll start back up. If not, then of course I'm not going to use it. If that's what it's for, I'm not going to use that if we don't go. It's just there if we go. I included everything like we were going to go, to everything. The 385, that's membership dues. Everything that I'm a member of, the SCAT, SCAAO, SCACI for South Carolina elected officials. Those are the membership dues. Contractual services, every now and then I still have to call Miss Sally, so that right there may be cut in half. That's just, I went from how much was it, Liz? A big jump for Miss Sally. And I've dropped it down to 3,000, so it could be in half. I mean, it's whatever time I have to call her for certain things. And $95 is for like the Title 12 books that we have to follow our guidelines. Sometimes they do reprints of certain sections, and we have to get those reprints, and we'll put them in our book to keep in case they modify some Title 12, Chapter 12 problems that they readjust. So I don't think I'm too bad. And the big hunk of mine is QS1. Y'all see anything?
I just a general comment, not a question. I see some money, says Miss Sally Mazan. She's coming in and helping you a little bit, helping you some.
And I'll call her.
That's a good thing.
She's my right hand still a little bit right now, so making sure I do everything correct for the county.
I would encourage you to tap into that resource all you can.
Yeah, she is an awesome,
Yeah.
awesome woman.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
So I'm calling her less and less, so that amount may not,
Yeah.
it may cut in half.
Auditor Powell,
Yes, ma'am.
tax notices, forms, and supplies for QS1.
Yes, ma'am.
I see that you have very little in that budget line item.
They transferred like last year. They done this last year, and I was asking you to make sure that it got put in the right line item. and you said that we would just borrow from whatever we needed to make up what we needed.
Okay.
And they did do some changes. They done some rearranging on.
So, are some of those expenses up in 05177, real personal vehicle services?
No, the 806 is just for the forms, just for the paper forms themselves.
Okay.
The
So
51,
that's been reduced tremendously.
yes, ma'am. That's just for forms.
Okay.
Now, the 5177 is the real and personal tax services, and the vehicle tax services, and the watercraft tax services.
Okay.
And the 5167 is the software management, that they manage our software. That's what they charge.
Yeah, because it has gone down tremendously, which is a good thing.
So I
Okay.
can't budge their figures.
Any questions?
I don't, unless they have some.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for the
Well,
time.
thank
Appreciate you adjusting your schedule. Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you.
appreciate you adjusting your schedule and what you're doing for us.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Y'all have a good day and stay safe.
It's just three of them, right? Yes, ma'am. And you got mine on. Wait a minute. That's Judge Williams, Magistrate. Books to see, I went up from theirs to there.
Okay.
I just need to tell them about that.
Just go through your budget
Okay,
and just explain,
All
you
right.
know, what you're requesting,
okay,
and just mention there's a change in that one.
okay. All right, thank you. They ready for me? You ready? Oh, okay. All right, good morning. Well,
Good morning.
Good morning. If you look at the magistrate budget, the worksheet, where it says budget request in red, well, I didn't, the salaries, I went from the postage on down, you see that? And everything is still the same, except where the memberships and dues, I reduced that because we don't have as many judges. We might not need $450, but I reduced it by $50. I'm sorry, 25, is that correct, $25?
25.
$25, yeah, all right. Now, and I went up on the automobile, gas and fuel, but we really hadn't had a problem with that, because we have to, we have to use the car to run papers and whatever, other kinds of magistrate duties that we need to take care of. Now, the thing, and everything else is the same, except I'm concerned about the books. You see that? And those are law books. Attorney Floyd can tell you, those are law books. That's not my doing. As a matter of fact, what I did, I reduced it to try to help out some, because with the magistrate office being in Hemingway, I tried to help a little bit and not get those books down there, since we only down there like a day or so, or half a day. But the judge can always come to the main office and use the books. So I tried to cut that. But last year, if you look, you see what we did so far. We actually spent $23.37. And we were only approved for, in 2021, we only approved this year for $300. But I spoke with the supervisor, and she said, well, they have to find the money, because we have to have the books. Y'all would tell somebody, I think some of you might have said we can look on the computer, but that's a no-no. When you're on the bench, we don't have time to look on a computer to find the laws, or trying to research something. So that's the reason I did that to 2,000. I think that's the only thing that's really changed. And our CMS software, we don't have any control of that. That's what they charge us, and that's what we have to pay them. For the past few years, it's been the same. And I think that's about it. I'm just really concerned about the books, the law books. And they send them automatically and bill us. We don't have any control of how much they cost, because they might go up again next year. But like I said, I tried to help out by reducing the number of books that we receive. We only get one set for each thing that they send us, trying to help out. And that's about it.
Okay, I'll tell you, this looks good.
It does?
That's good.
It does?
Judge, if I'm reading this correctly,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I'm reading what this is
I'm reading this
correct.
correctly, your budget is going down.
Well, now,
Am I-
that
am I
didn't
incorrect?
count the salaries now, you know that, right?
I understand
Okay,
that.
yeah.
But I'm saying, if I'm reading it correctly, and Councilman Miller, you help me out, I think you seeing the same thing I'm seeing.
Exactly, that's exactly.
I tried, and like, you know, like some things, like the traveling training for the judges, we got to have traveling, Attorney Floyd, he can tell you that.
right.
We got to have travel, and we got to have, training.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
that's not our doing, that's court administration's, and the Chief Justice, they require us to have that training.
Great.
So, but what I do is try to divide the judges and have them to go to certain trainings, you know, per year, and, so it won't be one judge always going and eating up the money or whatever. We try to, I try to put it all, you know, so it'll go all around. So,
Well, certainly travel would have gone down last year for everybody. I mean,
well, it went down, the travel went down. We are gonna save some money there, but we still had to have our training.
Right.
I understand
So,
that.
Yeah, we had to have our training, so sometimes they might charge, you know, if you're taking online. But what I've been doing to try to help out again is looking for all the free ones and telling the judge, you got to take the free one. And I make it sound like it's mandatory coming from you. So they'll do it, you
Right.
understand? So we've gotten as many free ones as we can get, and we're still getting some free ones.
And thank you.
And we still getting a scholarship.
No, because no, we not. We not. The last time we'd applied for it, they didn't give it to us. And this year, like I said, we didn't go anywhere.
But look how many years we've been getting.
We've been getting it, yeah, we've been getting it, yeah.
Good.
And we were doing that to try to help out too. I think we got scholarship for like 4 judges. And so that's been really helping us out too. From the association.
Well, Judge, it looks to me like you've done a really good job
Thank you. We tried.
tightening up your
Yes, sir.
budget the best you can. That's the way it appears to me from the first one I looked at. I want to make sure I was looking at it right.
Exactly.
And I always tell them, you know, I make it sound, you know, I make it to them, I said, we can't use up all that paper because it costs $1.10 per sheet. And so they look at me and say, you know, but you know that's not true, but I like to tell them that.
Right.
So we'll learn to budget and conserve.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you for everything that you do.
So we try.
Thank you for all y'all's hard work.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, sir. Yeah. And we start today because we got to start.
Record since we done with the budget, I think everybody in the legal world is getting ready to get real busy.
Oh, yeah, today we starting. We already started this morning, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you again.